Harvey is waiting outside of Luke's house, waiting for Becca. He's holding a cup of coffee for her, and they're about to head over to the Ancients.
So would you text that you were there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep, he would text saying, "Yeah, I'm here."
Okay. She'd just walk out.
All right.
She'd be like, "Hello."
How's it going?
Thanks. What did you need to talk about? Or are you gonna wait until we're there?
Really some stuff just about the ancients. I'd like to try to get to know them better.
Okay.
Particularly their powers, capabilities,
Okay.
but also as people. Yeah. So is now a good time?
Yeah, now's perfect.
All right, wonderful. So just get back in the car.
Head back.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably nothing to talk about on the way, right?
How are things with Luke?
Never mind. A lot better than they were.
I'm glad.
Sleeping in the same room.
Oh,
This
all right.
is spaced 2.5 months. Sorry, yeah.
A month and a half.
2.5 months after the end of Gold. It's after the Amber one.
A lot better. He's sleeping in the same room now.
That's
He got
good
me
news.
pizza the other day.
Oh, nice. I know what I'm doing for dinner.
You should
Yeah.
come over for board game day night at some
Board
point.
game day?
Board game
night?
Bleh.
All right. I do
Game
love board
night.
games. I miss game night.
We're doing it with Amber. She beats everyone's ass. She's way too good at games.
You're not just letting her win?
No. No, we are not. She is
Challenger
very
approaches.
good.
All right. I'm gonna lose now that I
Mr.
said
Reddy
that.
gets in on it sometimes. He's
really?
really bad, but
Yeah.
he does get in on it.
Patrick, he's
Monopoly's
canonically
banned.
bad at playing.
Monopoly's banned.
Good.
Specifically
good
because of Amber. Everyone else is fine with it. Just
I see.
yeah.
Yeah. Should not introduce her to risk. That would be a bad idea. I have to do it. I'm
No.
doing it.
No, you're
I've
not.
got to do
No,
it.
you're not.
Please.
We don't need another meltdown from her. She's already enough of a handful. We're having to act as parents to a child that is not ours and we did not adopt.
How have we managed to reach out to her mother yet?
That's up to her.
No.
No.
But not for lack of trying.
There's
It
no
just
way.
hasn't worked out right.
Mhm.
We have not.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem to bother her much.
Which is interesting. It's probably because Wilcox is here.
Probably.
That's good, at least. Unfortunate we can't reach her mother.
Yeah.
Now that the immediate threat has passed.
Well, it's every threat involving her. It was just cold.
Well, I mean, there was the incident.
Yeah. But from what it seems like is he was using her to get to me.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it would happen again. But also I don't know if Amber would be comfortable going back to someone who does not know how to deal with those situations.
That's part of the reason I want to set up Mist as a support system. Because not everyone is able to deal with this. Not everyone is equipped for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm glad things are going well with Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And,
How's it going with Mallory?
it's going well.
Yeah. I need more details than that.
Well, look at the time. It's going good. Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
it's good.
mhm. You're not at all weirded out by her still?
No.
She has right to do it now. Some of it.
Well, okay. You and I have always had different ideas of what privacy looks like.
You know what? That is very fair.
Yeah.
You're okay with surveillance being constantly on you.
As long as it's someone who I can trust.
And he's aware of it.
As long as I'm aware of it, that's a big thing too. Because whenever you're knowingly under surveillance, there are some things you're less likely you're gonna not do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Heard anything about Blight and Lurker? I
How long
assume we
after
would have
this is
heard
that?
like very vague things.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Not much. What's going on there?
They're together.
Like
Kind of. It's complicated.
If you can call it that.
that.
Elias is the
sounds-
necro to them. That's the situation that's going on.
That's
that poor man. Trust me.
But he also doesn't
Poor
hear all
man.
of his thoughts.
Poor man.
doesn't
He's
he?
just a third wheel.
No, I guess he doesn't.
He's a permanent
hear
third
all the
wheel.
thoughts. He's here.
Yeah,
to
Necro
actually
doesn't
speak.
have a choice. Speaking of,
Yes.
Me and Luke decided that it might be a good idea to talk to you and possibly Forrest to see if there's a way to be able to like temporarily block Necro.
I mean,
I want to stop hearing her thoughts sometime.
okay.
We
So,
don't know if that would involve Vortex or if it would be like a machine thing and we need to go to Elias or
Thought about this a little bit. I don't know if a machine would help that much.
I don't
At
know.
least not one that we could build with our capabilities.
I was saying like
mental
maybe
things
there's, like, an
are
implant or something,
complicated.
but yeah.
I'm no inventor, but mental things involving the brain, the mind, are so complicated
Yeah.
and tricky.
So it's a Vortex question basically.
And since it's in your mind, it should be theoretically possible for you to do that. For you, it might be something that Vortex can help you with,
Mhm.
but it's your mind.
Mhm.
I mean, you could just try to create a place in your mind, in your mindscape,
Yeah.
where he can be separate from you.
Treehouse.
That's a great idea.
Necro, how do you feel about a treehouse?
Because yeah, yours is a forest, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have never had a treehouse.
We could.
Would you like a treehouse?
Maybe.
Or a cabin in the woods? That's a little
Maybe.
creepy though.
Cabin
That
in the
fits you, though.
trees.
I want to experience one first.
All right.
Probably be nicer than just
Experience.
being in a dark wood all the time.
I like dark woods. But that might be
It's nicer for
that might
most
be a
people.
side effect of my
Yeah. Do you want a cozy cabin?
possible.
Cozy. A treehouse. I forgot the word for a second.
Now you're here.
Yes.
Yeah, well, if there's anything I can do to help, absolutely.
I think we'll probably need you to contact Vortex. Or that's Elias that does that now.
Actually, that's Necro that does that, typically.
And Elias now.
And Elias.
And Elias now.
I was
Um,
thinking it was you.
To be fair, that's for
That's a
emergencies.
Terran fault. I was
can't
thinking
anymore.
it was Harvey.
Yeah. That might be something that Becca still is used to thinking, because
It very well might be, yeah.
he was the original contact with Vortex.
Mhm. Who's still salty.
Yeah. Yeah, just have Necro get in contact with Vortex. It's the easiest way, really.
Yeah.
Just open your door and he'll be there.
Yeah. But also, he doesn't usually like doors opening, so I don't know if that's rude.
Eh.
Regardless,
Well,
it's not
fine
a
as
problem
long
right
as
now. We're not
you
doing
open
it
your
right
own door, or
now. Is it?
less, I think so.
I believe it's only if someone who is connected to the
Yeah.
Nexus opens their door. It's okay.
Oh well, we're already breaking enough rules.
That's
It's
very
fine.
true. But do you like doing that to him?
He's gonna deal with it anyway.
You're right. We're here.
Yes, we're here.
Yep. We really should find a way to be able to contact Vortex without breaking a rule to get his attention.
Elias, he has a
For
phone.
emergencies.
Ah, all right.
Which did come in handy a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I also think this.
Which we should be
Counts.
very worried about that part.
Yeah, I've been worrying about
Infinity
that. Trust me.
Trying to affect
Yes.
Amber.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bad, especially with what we know.
I've been thinking about how would you feel about if I gave Amber a power dampener she could use on herself?
Actually, we did want to talk to you about that and see if maybe we could get one installed in a room or something.
All right.
It might help her dream properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's also not a good idea for her to dreamwalk into mine or Luke's dream.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah, you two,
That
of
would be
all
bad.
people,
And we don't want to see if she's able to do that from my mind.
Yeah.
that because Becca's been seeing your
Yeah.
dreams, your past. That
Have I?
Well, are we walking in or not?
Yep.
As you start walking up, the door, not the door to the big warehouse, but like a door to where they are, which is underneath. You see a dark blue shimmer around it.
I assume that barrier is courtesy of Locke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just try to walk through it or knock on it or whatever. I don't know.
I assume
Is
it's
this
solid
solid?
barrier.
It yeah. It does kind of have some give, specifically to Harvey.
And if I touch it,
Fully just
solid.
it's because of his power.
Yeah.
You see Locke open the door. Becca, Mr. Lane, hello.
Yes.
What does she need?
We're hanging out with you. He has some questions, and I'm here.
He's here for business. You're here because you like us.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'd also like to get to know you guys
As
better.
you see the field kind of come in.
Thank you.
She gonna hug Locke.
As he hugs her back. And you walk downstairs, and there's a few rooms. Currently in this one, in the main one, there is nobody inside. Nobody there. There's just been a few things like set up. Everyone now has gotten accustomed. I know it's been a while, but they've now gotten accustomed to being in their separate places.
That's good. I mean, to be fair, it's been a while.
Indeed, it has. Especially being
Indeed.
able to manipulate their environment in a way they like. Well,
Yeah.
one of them can do that.
With more resources.
Yes, one of them can do that without
What?
Lurker.
Hmm?
Lurker
What is?
made her room to her liking.
I see.
Which is...
You like to see?
That's scary.
It's not scary.
It sounds scary. I hope it's all pink. I hope it is all pink.
She's a girly girl.
And, like, drawings of what she thinks Blight looks like. On the walls.
Oh my
That-
gosh.
I want her to be Rose.
What do you mean, Rose?
You know what I mean, Rose.
It's gonna be cyan, not pink. So, where do you want to talk? Or do you want to talk with the rest first?
Do you want to do one-on-one interviews or
I mean,
interrogations, whatever you want to call this?
I don't want this to be an interrogation.
Just want to talk?
Yeah. I'm still kind of new to this.
Do you want me to
Okay,
stay
yeah.
here or do you want me to go?
I mean,
Whatever.
please?
Which
Please stay, is what he's saying.
one? Which one?
Yes. I mean, do you think they'd be more comfortable as a group or definitely as a group, more likely?
Depends. Some are more prepared to be alone. Others not.
I think talking individually would probably be easier.
All right.
If you have Becca with you, I'm sure that'll be a lot easier.
All right. That's what I was assuming.
So also there
or
won't
guessing.
be any talking over each other. And Lurker not saying anything.
Let her talk.
Not when there's a bunch of other people though.
Yes.
She doesn't talk to me. It's scary.
I know. She's very nice.
It's scary.
You should see her with that little robot.
I have seen her with a little robot. It's great. She's still scary.
Has Elias
Cole
finally
laughing in the background.
Has Elias finished her? Does she have her own robot yet, or is
she's had it
Elias?
for about a
All
month
right.
now.
It's not Elias that's finished the robot. It's that Blight has finished the robot.
So who do you want to talk to first?
You, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
We can do it right here.
All right.
I don't mind. Especially out here. Real world.
How are you enjoying it out here? How are you doing out here?
Nice. And it's also honestly kind of nice to have something so cramped. Ironically. Weirdly.
Less overwhelming.
Yes. Which just seems strange considering all we had was sand for a long time.
You had endless sand though.
Yeah,
Well,
Sand.
you had a village. That's what you had.
Yes.
For
The best
4
we could,
people.
Which wasn't enough. Or it wasn't. It was enough, but just enough. Here we have what we want. And it's nice. It's very, very nice. Cannot thank you too enough.
I'm glad. It's the least I can do.
Thank you. Still.
Hopefully we can get you an actual house at some point.
That might be a bit.
Yeah. When it's gonna be.
When you're a little bit more used to normal life.
It's gonna be a process.
Yeah.
Especially
Especially with Lurker.
I'm sure.
The rest of you can blend in. She's a lot harder to disguise.
She's only able to blend in and
With
I
the-
help her.
with the proper
And
technology
that's
or
only
powers.
temporary.
But we
With the
might-
right technology or powers, yeah, that could be more
What do
manageable.
you mean?
There is something that Elias and I have been talking about, is the idea of a form of technology that changes your appearance, your physical
An illusion.
appearance.
Pretty much.
Something like that,
That's
yes.
how I would describe
Yes.
Except-
An illusion, yes.
A machine, so it could be permanent. It could be turned on and off as she wanted.
I don't
Yes.
know how much that would work, but we could certainly try it
Yes.
if it's functional.
Exactly, yeah.
It's
He
better
is the
than
one who
having
made
to-
her little machine.
Yes.
What else? I'm
Um,
happy to answer questions to someone who is not one of the 4. And Becca,
are you okay with talking about your powers?
of course. I don't hide it. Though I've been told I should out there.
Out there, yeah.
I've also been told I could use it for parlor tricks.
Such
To an
Quick
extent.
Buck, I believe was the word used. I'm assuming Becca has told him he could do this.
Yes. But she's also
Do what?
being like, yes, but.
Uh-huh.
what is
I'm saying if he wants, he can be a magician.
I see.
He can
Oh,
be a very,
I
very
see.
good magician.
yeah.
I'm sure that could make some easy money.
Yes. The
Yep.
only thing is that you have to make it look like it's not real while making people think it's real. Yep.
Does
So-
seem hard.
Magicians in our world are almost
Con
con artists. Yes, they
Fakes.
use misdirection, and half the fun is knowing that they're tricking you and trying to figure out how they're doing it.
So I have to do it fake?
You have to make it look fake while making it look real.
I
Yeah.
see.
So I would recommend if you want to try that out,
And is my getup
you
could
might
show Amber.
good for this? His full
No.
mishmash of robes and other clothing.
No, you're no.
Which I believe I've
more
shown
wizard.
you what he looks like, but I wanted to try and get.
He's more
another one.
wizard than he is magician,
more
which could work, but not for magician really.
yes. We also we
practice in
might
front of
need
Amber,
to
though.
yes.
I will-
So if you are interested in taking the route of being a street magician or a performing magician, you might watch. You might go to see several of these performances to get an idea of what they do, like the way
Perhaps
they do
I might
things.
see that.
Yes, the sort of tricks they
But
perform.
you asking about my
Yes. What are your powers? I know you have 3 of them,
three?
right? He is the one with
Connections.
3.
These 3
Uh,
connections.
No, I know. Locke is confused.
Ah,
3?
You have 3 energy sources inside you. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What? I know. She said. I know. I've heard one of them is magic, which
It's all magic. It's all me. They are not my.
it doesn't work the same.
They are not my power. They are simply what created me.
It doesn't.
I am
work
not
the same way.
like you. I am not human.
interesting.
I'm a created being, created for purpose.
What purpose?
It's. This is gonna seem kind of mean.
Mm-hmm.
They're essentially, just in the most dulled down explanation possible, they are androids that became sentient.
Ah.
She has not used that metaphor with me yet.
Because you don't understand.
I
What
know
was-
a robot is?
What was the purpose?
Android's
though?
different.
I am the. It is my name. I am not Locke. I am the keeper of locks and keys. I keep their secrets and their locks. 2
Who?
set secrets.
Who are they?
The entities. All of them. At least, he used to be before they locked us away. He's also wearing, like, a ring on each finger, including the thumb.
Magic items, I assume. Harvey would be able to notice that.
Uh-huh.
Becca probably would have changed her amulet into a necklace.
Mhm.
Because they work here.
Right, yeah.
Which, by the way, we should take advantage of.
Is that Becca talking now? Or...
No,
The
just
fact
in
that
general,
he
we
can
need
probably
to...
make magic items.
He
is
can. He
something-
has. That's what he
Wait a
did.
minute. Wait a minute.
Anyway, continue asking him about his power.
So,
This is gonna be
What
another
all-
longer one.
how? What can you do with magic? I know it's
Pretty much anything I need to. Magic is a wondrous thing that I notice is not here.
It is not.
I'm curious on why
Yes.
mine is working.
It might be because you have an internal source rather than relying on the
Perhaps.
external
That
connection.
would make sense. It's not powerful enough to go across entire realities.
You're also
It's the limitation of an internal source.
under different set of rules than we are.
Also true. In my reality, every universe in the entire multiverse had magic.
Some of ours do. Ours just doesn't.
Yeah,
Curious on why that's a rule.
Just
I
a
am as
gamble sort
well.
of a thing, I think.
But it can allow me to do practically anything I needed to.
Those rings, I noticed they have the same glow.
Yes, indeed.
What do they do? Are they
These
connected
are
to your
all
power?
protection charms to protect me from various effects.
Are they all to protect from a specific threat
Not exactly. Just
or a specific type of threat rather? Each with different conditions and
let's say
specialties.
yes.
Interesting.
This one exactly protects against many, not all, but many mental effects, such as not exactly, probably not something you have here, but it might work the same. It is called a charm person. Seduction, but it's a spell.
I see.
Love to see Locke use it.
Oh, I've actually seen a similar effect.
This one protects against one called command.
I
Can make you do anything with a single word.
wonder if my power would work on you. I'm not gonna use it.
I don't know.
It would be a mental
I'm-
effect.
I'm sure
if
it could.
That's the thing I'm referring to.
But it's a mental effect against magic. I don't know if it would work for powers.
So, yes, is that specifically for magical mental attacks, or is it simply any attacks on your mind?
This one specifically is magical.
Okay.
The
So any
mental attack
non-magical
one.
mental attack
Yes.
would pass through it.
Yes.
So my
If I
power
didn't
probably
have
would work.
2 others.
I see.
This is to protect myself from the entities.
You have a way to protect yourself from the entities.
At least, sort of. Not exactly. Depends on the kind of entity. The minor ones are a lot more easily protected against.
What about infinity?
My creator? My primary creator, which you did not know yet.
Mm,
My primary creator? Why?
because he's trying to kill me.
Specifically Necro. But
Not your infinity, to be fair. It's a
She's,
different one. Or we think it's a different
she's the easiest way to do that.
You're certain of this?
100%.
87%.
He went after the child.
He went after the child to get to me because
She's connected to him. He used her as a conduit.
I see.
forced us all into each other's minds.
You can tell he's getting visibly angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scrambled.
And this is
our
the
minds.
same kind of frustration and anger that Becca has seen from him when he talks about his past.
Mhm.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Any chance I could get one of them?
This one.
Would it be?
Okay.
This
You
should protect
probably
to an
need
extent.
What would you need in order to make another, or more?
I simply need materials. They don't need to be magical in nature.
Materials as in, like, the ring itself?
Metal, wood,
Just metal?
gold.
So anything.
All right,
We have so much scrap
I'll
metal.
call Tim.
The valuable, the rarity and the, what's the word?
Purity?
Purity of the object, of the material, increases the
All right.
effects.
Okay.
Every single one of him of the rings is metal. Of his rings.
So they're not super strong, then.
They're all.
They're what he could find
They're
Yeah.
what he could
in the
find
beyond.
No,
before
before
he
the
went into
beyond.
Oh. Okay.
They used it for fighting back. So, what would be considered the most powerful thing?
The most effective substance for this purpose.
What do you think it would be? I'm curious.
I don't know. Various myths have different.
What's that one thing that's made by the lightning hitting the sand?
I don't know. Although
that
I
called?
assume Numium would probably be the most
Wasn't
effective.
it like glass? But I don't remember what it was called.
Technically,
It was called glass, but it was called
does
like
does
something
that
glass.
change it though? The fact that how it was made makes it significantly more rare, but it's still just glass. Does
Mhm.
is that a difference?
Are you asking lockless or?
Kind of both,
Mhm.
honestly.
I think I've done this myself, and I've tested this material. That material seems to only be able to be created in magical universes.
No, it can be created naturally.
He's saying that those properties. Of it,
Fulgurite.
Fulgurite. Yes.
that property. He's
fulgurite.
specifically saying that property of it.
I'm confused what you mean.
Pretty much, it's the property of it being able to be used better for magical properties is easier in universes that already have magic.
Okay.
So it'll be harder for him to get it to work properly here.
Okay. Then I would assume like gold or silver.
Some
Something
rare
along those lines.
material. Rare, pure material.
All right.
Not artificial.
That makes it harder.
Define artificial.
Created manually by hand.
All right.
For example, I don't know if you've heard of it, Numium.
That's
That
what I was
is-
just about
you
to.
cannot use the ones that are generated, that are created. It must be found.
Interesting.
Mined.
What about artificially made diamonds? They're not made by hand.
I
They're
don't
made.
know, I've never
by-
seen such a thing before.
They're made by replicating the process that made them in a controlled environment.
Maybe that would work. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But this is a lot to
Yes.
think about.
Yes, of course. It's
He's
and-
after you too.
Well, he's after Necro,
You're
and the
connected to
easiest way to
Necro.
kill Necro is to kill me. Well, actually, as
If
far
I
as
had
we're aware, the
time,
only
I
way.
might be able to hide you, but
What?
I don't know how much time we have.
We have no idea.
I need to think on this.
yes.
Ask me more if you have any.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Let
Is there
me
any
think.
food you want? Anything
I
you
would
want to
like
do?
something that I believe you called a hot dog.
All right.
That's so incredibly easy to do.
Yeah.
That is the easiest request you possibly could have made there.
I
You're
also
so
have
honest.
heard of something that I believe it's called an eclair.
Also pretty easy to
That
get.
is a wonderful choice, my good sir.
Let me think on this. The others are in their rooms, just down that way. As he kind of stays in the main room, you see him kind of sit down. He kind of goes over to a little like a desk area he's set up. Takes out some chalk, sits down, and just draws a circle around it.
All right, not gonna question that. Move
You can
on.
start meditating.
All right. Who should we go to next?
I'm assuming you want least scary to most scary, right?
It doesn't particularly matter to me. Whichever you think is
It's
a
gonna
good
ramp
choice.
Power wise, let's go Lurker next.
All right.
Power wise, let's go Lurker next.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or maybe
No.
no. Lurker.
Decide.
Yeah, no,
Lurker?
lurker.
Okay.
Because it was between Lurker and Killer. Bane is last.
Mm-hmm.
Bane is very last.
As you on the door is just a glowing cyan and black. The door opens. You literally just see Lurker floating in the corner, holding the little robot.
And it's powered by my energy, yeah?
No, it's powered by Blight.
There you go.
No?
It
Yes.
was.
The little
Ne-
bitty robot.
Do you specifically?
Yeah, that was changed in his one where he gave her the robot.
Oh,
It's still
she
powered
was
by
upset.
you. No, it's still powered by you, but now it also is glowing black in some places.
Okay.
We're able to always be together.
She's just
Can he talk to you through that?
yes.
Nice. Just like a walkie-talkie, straight to your boyfriend. That sounds great.
Hmm?
Are you together?
What?
Are you together?
What do you mean?
Dating?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Does Blight know
Um,
what that means? Ask him. He should. He's with Elias.
He says yes.
Yes, he knows what that is.
He says he is aware of what that is.
Ask him if you're together.
He says,
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
All right.
I don't know what that means, but he
I'll
said that.
explain it to you in a bit.
It's-
That's what my episode with Lurker is
What
going
are
to
you
be.
here?
He has some questions.
Puts the robot down and just. Also, around the room, you just see it's covered in like this swirl of black and cyan flowers.
Okay, I was worried. I thought you were going to say like a void.
It's just
Endless,
on the,
infinite.
as you look in, it just looks like it's a field, like even goes on,
Yeah.
of black and cyan flowers.
It's pretty in here.
Thank you.
Truly. The flowers are a nice touch.
Hello. I've heard a lot about you, Harvey.
Never mind.
It's good to meet you, Lurker. What have you heard? All bad things, I assume.
It's.
All that Becka has told everyone.
Ah,
I don't say bad things about you.
anymore.
Anymore.
That is your power, yeah.
Literally brother and sister.
That's what the dynamic has been this entire time. I don't know why you keep being surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm amused.
Yes.
What is it you need?
I was wondering how you're doing out here. How life is for you out here.
It is. Yes.
Nope, this is in character.
Oh, you didn't say it. Sorry, it felt like
I know,
out of character.
I'm
'cause You
sorry.
just went, question. Yes, Becca.
So, Amber, the kid I'm taking care of, her birthday is on a thing that we call Halloween, which is a time where everyone gets to dress up as whatever they want and
Yes,
go
I
get a
believe
bunch of
Luck
candy.
calls it All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, pretty much. Less medieval, but yeah, pretty much.
Hmm. It's a modernization of that.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
I see.
It's been turned into a kids' festival, sort of.
I know that typically you would not be able to go out. However, you would be able to get away with it.
I'm kind of glowing and
You'll be able to get away with it. People won't
You'll
worry.
fit right in.
It'll be fine.
based on what has been told to me, it might be in poor taste.
You
Not on
probably
Halloween.
Won't...
On Halloween, you will be
Yeah,
fine.
Halloween, you will not be the only one who looks similar to that.
Yeah.
There will be people who are just dressed in those black suits.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the, you know, the black,
100%.
like,
Yep.
it's like the green
Yep.
screen suit.
Okay,
but
so
it's black.
question.
Yeah, no. I've
Has
seen
this
those.
become, like, a legend at this point? Like, do people actually believe that that happened, or is it a conspiracy?
Yes,
theory?
It's a
but
myth,
it's like
honestly.
it's like
It's
hard to
like
explain
the
it.
Batman.
It's I don't know how to explain it. Oh no, it's like a big bad thing that happened,
Mhm.
but it's been over a year now,
20 years.
which means most people will be upset,
Mhm.
but some people won't.
But
It will be
there
in
are
poor
people that
taste.
capitalize on that for the attention.
Yes. It'll be in poor taste, but you also will not be the only one there.
No.
But also, she's cyan, so maybe not. Maybe people will just think she's like a character.
Mm-hmm. Luck said he can also hide her.
That's true.
Yeah.
But only temporarily, and he doesn't really need to hide her.
Plus, we could provide some sort of costume in addition
Yeah,
to that.
costumes are so easy to get to cover her.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
No problem.
I would enjoy that. Thank you.
Of course.
Can you eat?
I do not need to.
But can you?
I do not need to.
That's not the question I'm asking.
That is the answer.
Are you capable of eating?
I do not think so.
Interesting.
Can't enjoy the candy then.
What is candy?
Do you have the capacity to taste?
Sugar.
Probably not the way you're thinking.
Alrighty. Anyway.
Candy's bad for you anyway.
What is it you need?
I was wondering about your powers.
What about them?
What are they?
Well, I am sort of a shadow, but not exactly.
I've noticed.
I am not an extension of the darkness.
Yes.
Simply a being created by it, using the Nexus. I have my own mind.
Are you connected to the Nexus here?
No.
Can you reach it?
Blight asked me before when Elias came with the machine. I think that Nexus is long gone,
Yes.
but I would have been. And I could feel it. She kind of like, you can definitely tell she's like,
Wistful.
thinking back to it.
Did you have other powers related to that? Could you, for example, read other minds, or
I can.
can presently?
Yes.
Isn't that how she talks to us?
I was uncertain.
He assumed
whether...
it would be like,
I
Necro?
personally can't tell if you're referring to
Mhm.
it as like her actually talking or if it's in our heads.
it is in your heads.
Oh, never mind. That would not be a question I would have asked then, because that's an obvious. Yeah.
was created to watch and learn.
Hmm.
To do that, I must see within.
Hmm. I see.
Not a fan of that.
I am sorry.
It's not your fault. Just have to deal with that constantly, all the time.
I do not like prying anymore.
Hmm.
I'd
I'm-
appreciate that.
I am the youngest of all of us.
What?
I am the youngest of all of us.
Makes sense.
I was
How
not alive
old were
long
you?
before we were sent away.
How old were you?
In years,
Oh, hello, kid.
Oh, he's a
I
puppy.
am not sure. We went to many universes, and time was different in each.
Hmm.
Do you have a favorite universe?
I had a favorite location.
What was it?
Come up with it, Aaron.
The countryside. There were villagers playing in a pool of water. I liked to watch them play, wishing I could.
Hmm.
It was nice.
We could get a pool built here.
I'd love to do that again someday.
We could get a pool built here. We could get you a pool.
Yeah, we could get an inflatable pool set up in here.
Could also do that.
I cannot play.
What do you mean?
Can't you?
I do not have a physical form.
You are a physical. What?
You're just moving your hand through her.
Oh, so she's like Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
This does put a damper on the costume situation.
Not
Wait.
really.
You can choose to be interacting with things, correct? With objects.
Only to a limited extent. I was not made for physical contact.
Well, perhaps an
Ghost?
amplifier could be used.
We just make her sheet Ghost. Just have to worry about the top of your head. Easy peasy.
That is an excellent idea.
That's all.
That is not what ghosts look like.
It's not, but that's what we like.
It's a
Huh?
simplistic representation.
I love it's a wait.
What do you mean that's not what they look like?
We have encountered them before in our travels.
Oh. What do they look like?
That depends on the kind.
That's not the question you should be asking. We didn't know they existed.
That's the question Harvey's asking.
Things in the world.
Do you know they exist here?
No, I do not. No, Becca's worried that there are ghosts.
I mean,
I am sorry.
I've always wondered.
Okay.
I've always
Kinda
wondered
starts floating
why
back
the
up.
DOA.
No, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
I've always wondered what kind of things the DOA deals with.
Surely not
The what?
ghosts.
The Department of Agriculture.
No, don't tell her misinformation.
It's the Department of the Arcane. It's a
Do not tell me wrong things. I will believe you.
yeah. I apologize.
I was gonna say don't tell him that, but
Yeah, we were lied to about it at the beginning, and it's become a running joke that we still call it the Department of Agriculture.
they're trying to hide that they deal with magical.
Because the public here is unaware of the existence of the supernatural.
And that is
Which
why
is why
we
you-
must remain hidden.
Yes.
Exactly.
I see. I hope I have answered your questions.
Yes, I appreciate it. Is there anything I can do for you?
I don't believe so.
Do you
If
have a
that-
messaging charm?
Sitting over there in the corner.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can just contact me on the messaging stone if you need anything.
I'm sure I will. Thank you.
Hmm?
I'm
Good luck
sorry
with
I
Blight.
was scared.
No, it's fine.
Hmm?
Not your fault. Just wasn't aware ghosts
Not
existed.
that in the beyond.
Oh,
I'm sorry I
That's-
was scary.
that's not your fault.
I know you don't have good relationships with any shadows.
It got better. It got better.
That was Becca being like, yes?
It got better with Abyss. It just hard to get over it.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
Yes.
Can't help what you look like. She would be the best ghost. Like, costume-wise.
Is this her
Yeah.
talking? Or
As we were walking away, this is her
Mhm.
talking.
Where are you going now?
We were going to kill her.
Mhm.
Because killer is slightly more palpable than Bane is.
It's all right.
You don't understand us.
Anyway, you knock on his door and come on in.
Hug.
Oh. He said, "Wait." As you start, you just go in doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, wait. As you see him holding his weapon
Put it down.
into the concrete wall.
Yeah, not my wall, really.
It's not worrying at all.
What are you doing here?
He has questions.
You're Harvey, right?
Yes.
Yes. She's told us a lot about you.
I'm
We've
giving
seen
them a
we've seen
lot.
pictures on her phone.
It worked there?
Kind of. Sometimes.
Yes, but like it didn't have service basically.
Well, okay. That makes sense.
we could plug it into one of the hearts and it would keep it charged.
Oh, that makes sense. I forgot you guys had actual source of electricity there, or power. All right.
It was very complicated. I don't understand how it worked, and I don't want to.
The only thing in his room is his bed and a poster for Metallica.
Yeah.
I love him.
He does not know what Metallica
Please.
is.
I feel like he has to have some like plants that are okay with not having sunlight, or one of the little plant growers that uses UV light.
You would have to have gotten in this.
What?
You would have to have gotten in this.
I know.
Okay.
I am well aware.
Yes. He goes and starts pruning. I don't know what this is, as he gestures to the Metallica poster, but I like its style. I believe is what you call
It's a
it.
band.
Yes.
I will bring you
What is a band?
people who play music.
Muses.
Bards.
I like bards.
Bards. They're very fancy. Fancy's not the right word.
Say bands.
They're
please.
scary
Bards is
looking-
bringing back memories.
Scary looking band.
They're
I like.
yeah.
It. Not for the scary part.
Scary looking. They're not
They look
scary.
fun.
Yes. I will show you them sometime.
I would like that. Turns out he loves classical music.
Be surprised.
No, Locke loves classical music.
Yeah, we knew that.
How are you enjoying life out here?
It is what it is, really. I have a plant. It's nice.
It is.
Occasionally he comes over and helps me with my garden.
I do that. How's that going, by the way? Please tell me you've been keeping it up.
I've been trying. The dogs like plants. Hard to keep them out of it.
Oh, I can take Boba now that I've
You
moved
can
into
take
my new
Boba.
apartment. Yeah.
You can take Boba.
Thank you for taking care of him for so long. I'm sorry.
You've been
I've
keeping
been-
those aphids out.
Yes. Yes.
Becka.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have. Mm-hmm.
Do I need to come over there and do it myself?
Maybe.
After this, then. Oh, but clearly you aren't here for some social visit.
I mean, partially. Another aspect of my visit is I'd like to learn more about your powers.
As you say that, he's like, he kind of sits down on his bed. What is it you want to know?
You can take your time.
Well, really, what can you do? I've seen some examples.
Depends on what. You gotta be more specific.
Was he one with one or two energies? Just
One.
no. It was just he's green, right?
Yes, but
Yep.
Mhm. Yes.
I know you have a weapon that can change into other weapons.
It's still on the wall. He's like,
All right, good to know that. Also,
Very cool.
Hmm?
That's very cool.
for one, what
I
constitutes
can't teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
what constitutes as a weapon?
Fork? Does fork count as a weapon?
Does a spoon count as a
It
weapon?
needs to be made to kill. Made to hurt.
What if
It
it's a
can
spoon that's
be.
made to kill people?
Prison shank.
So it's about the
What is that?
intent.
Yes.
It's about the intent.
Depends.
Interesting. That has many implications.
So what if someone sharpened a fork specifically to kill?
I don't like these questions. He is being very
Aaron!
serious.
Aaron is
no,
upset.
no. He is being very serious. I don't like these
Yeah,
questions.
it's fair. Yeah.
But probably.
I apologize if I'm
It's
making you
okay.
uncomfortable.
It's okay. It needs to happen. We haven't talked.
She's gonna like sit down next to him.
Is size like a factor that matters?
Depends. I've heard a lot. I've heard a bit about something called a tank.
He would not have.
He
From the
would've.
television that Forrest left behind.
Yeah.
That he did reluctantly refix.
What happened to it?
Bane kicked it.
Yeah, that was back when they came in.
I see.
And then he fixed it. And I have turned it on. And I've seen something
Have-
about a tank.
Have
could
you
not do that.
tried? Okay.
Because that whole thing is not a weapon. Just the barrel. And that's too big for me to carry.
Interesting.
Yeah, this
But
is-
you could.
I don't have that much strength.
theoretically you could though.
Yes.
You don't have that much physical strength to carry it, or
Yes.
enough strength to create it. Okay.
Does it take strength to carry it? I mean, make it.
It's as easy as breathing.
Interesting.
She's
All
gonna
right.
hug him.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the
Like-
They do look cool.
yeah. And
Get
with
you a
the
little
right
toy one.
and with the right positioning,
They have little toy.
You
This big,
could.
and you can control them, and they shoot little darts.
That sounds
like if
fun.
you had something to rest it on, you wouldn't have to carry it, and you
Let's
could
move
still
on.
get the. Yep. That's very interesting. Like, there aren't. You don't see a whole lot of powers that have that kind of like strange specificity.
Flexibility.
Yeah, flexibility, and yet also that specificity of it has to be a weapon,
It has to be intended.
and it
hurt.
can exactly. It's a very interestingly complex power.
Yes, I'm aware.
And I take it.
Ask. If you want to.
That
and it's
that's
okay.
been abused before.
Yes.
Can I ask what happened?
Not much to say besides I was made to hurt and kill people that I didn't want to.
I'm sorry.
It's in the past.
Can I ask who you were made by?
Order.
Order.
A force of death made to keep the peace. Or if someone found out, kill whoever they wanted. Wow. I was unfortunately not limited to only being controlled by my creators.
Oh.
Any who found a way. And I do mean any. I was made to kill many political opponents. In many universes. Order was not so pleased with my actions if I had a say in it. I only fulfilled the purpose I was made for.
We can move on if you need.
No, it's okay. It needs to be said.
I appreciate it.
It
I
needs to be
appreciate your
talked about.
openness.
I'll buy you a bunch of seeds later.
I would appreciate that. I would also like a carrot.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
to eat, I'm hungry.
I'll give you a carrot.
Thank you.
What's your favorite thing that you can turn it into?
What do you mean?
You have to have some sort of preference.
Well, it can only be turned into things that are made to kill.
Yes. But some things are more...
Would a butcher's knife count? You'd use it to chop veggies. Made to kill animals.
Technically, yes.
A combat knife?
A skinning knife.
What?
A skinning knife, because it can be used for multiple things.
Hmm.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Easily, not so easily abused.
Indeed.
Needle.
Yeah. What about a needle? Could you make a needle?
No, because that's not intended to kill someone.
But from a certain point of view, it could be intended to hurt. Some needles are made to hurt.
There have been times where I've been forced to make. There have been times where I've been forced to kill with needle-like precision.
Hmm.
Could you make a tattoo needle? It is technically made to hurt.
But the purpose of the hurting.
The hurting
Matters.
is
It's a side effect.
it's a side effect. Yeah.
Yes.
But it is
But
made
one
to go
made by
into
a
the
sadist.
skin.
Mm-hmm. Oh
One
my
made by a
gosh.
sadist, though.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but yeah, what I'm learning is that if there are loopholes, if the intent of this thing is made to hurt someone, wait a minute, how far does this go? If I made a painting with the intent...
Can we move on, please?
Okay. Sorry, that was actually Carson. That was
I know,
not Harvey.
But that's
Okay.
also Harvey now.
Sorry.
It is something
'Cause Harvey would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvey has done that.
He's made a painting with the intent to hurt.
Oh my gosh. Ironic.
Emotional damage.
Painting.
Ah.
Thank you. Never mind. Carry on.
Allow me to paint
I
you
am
a
also
picture.
able to perfectly detect my target, no matter where they are.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
How does the target... How does
I
your
simply
power
know
know?
where they are,
Interesting.
and I get whatever I need to finish the job.
So kind of like how your energy detection works.
Except much more focused and much more...
Direct.
yeah. And much more useful.
I simply know what I need to do, and do it.
Can you choose not to? Once a target's been designated, can you
It's not up to me.
It's locked in.
That's up to the one who made the contract.
Interesting.
They never say no. If
What
they
if-
wanted somebody dead, they're
You
dead.
you don't have the choice.
Wait.
Do you have the choice to disagree to a contract?
Does the
Or is it
contract
just-
have
If they're unable to payment.
Does the contract have to be to kill?
Yes. No. Well, sometimes.
Hurt.
Could I make a contract for you to keep an eye on someone? With... If I had
So
a
it couldn't be
clause
used-
in which...
It couldn't be used for
All right.
protection. Unless you specifically went after the person. Yeah.
As long as...
Nor should
Alright.
we use it.
Yes. Yeah. It's a power best left unused. My apologies. I tend to get carried away.
No, it's okay. I already said.
I know. I appreciate it. I appreciate your
I
openness.
need to talk about it.
Therapy time with Killer.
My name isn't just Killer. It's we all have titles. Killer in the Night. It's my full name, full title.
I see.
I know no other name.
Trust me, I tried.
Jeffrey.
Trust me, I tried.
How...
Didn't work. Did not work.
You tried to name him Jeffrey and it didn't work?
Not Jeffrey,
The
but I
only
tried
reason
other
Locke
names.
is able to do his is because
It's part of his name.
of his name.
Could go with Knight. That'd be pretty cool.
Night.
It's
Shyamalan.
not what I-
What?
He whispers to himself. The Becca's able to hear him because she's right next to him. He just goes, "That's not what I
Hugs him tighter.
am." Anything else?
Is there anything we can do for you?
What?
Indoor garden
Mm.
or backyard.
I don't believe so. No.
You don't want a pool or anything? That's what Lurker wanted.
She can't swim.
I'm aware. We're getting her a pool anyway.
She likes the idea of a pool.
I would like one, but only because I haven't been in water.
Well, okay. We need something different. We're not getting multiple. You can just go in her pool.
Exactly.
Garden? Big
Mm.
garden?
The
I already take
garden.
care of yours. More than you do. Clearly. Sorry. Just
You're
poking fun.
fine.
Anything else, Mr. Wayne?
Nothing really. If there's anything you do need, just let me know.
Of course.
We're gonna go see Bane now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the scary one
It's been
that I
good seeing
don't
you.
want you to see.
It's good. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Bane's better than Bone, right?
As you knock on his door. Come on.
Hey, Bane. Harvey here.
He is watching the television
Yeah.
that he broke.
Wait, no, the
we got-
television that he broke was in the other room.
Yeah. You said Killer had it.
Killer has it.
No. I didn't say Killer had it. I said he saw that there was
Oh.
a tank in the television. Bane is watching America's Funniest Home Video reruns.
Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right.
I assume I would have set him up with like a little kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
Little kitchenette.
That
Mhm.
is hilarious. See how that person falls down? It's really funny.
Yeah.
Bane.
Yes.
Harvey here has some questions.
Yes.
Well,
What is it?
for starters, how are you enjoying life out here?
I have a TV.
Yeah.
Living it.
All right, living it up on top. Well, living it down below, I suppose.
As best I can in here.
Yeah.
We need to get like a privacy fence over him so he can go outside
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that kind of thing, because
What do you need from me?
it can't be good for people being trapped in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about your power.
Power? What I am?
Yes.
My purpose? Or what?
All of the above. Let's start with your purpose.
What you can do. We'll start with what you can do.
All right.
I can adapt.
In what way?
Not my choice. I can adapt to any threat that I need to face. Sometimes it doesn't always work 'cause my adaptation has limits.
Of course.
It's not made for some of the threats I've fought.
Such as?
Snakes. Giant robot snakes. Not made for that.
Yeah, she's
It
spoken
only
a little
it
of
can only
those.
do so much.
Yeah. That does seem reasonable.
She's
Bit.
absolutely shown you a picture where it's just a giant fucking
Karen-
dead snake behind her going.
Becca actually. Yeah, I was about to say she's just like.
I
You
was
see Alex crawling out.
I'll be honest, I was picturing just Becca just taking a picture of a snake jumping
Oh,
at her.
100%.
Yeah, she has Becca block or carry her. Get close up.
She just has Necro carry the phone to get
Also,
the picture.
a selfie.
Like Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
A selfie where there's one coming at her in the background, and you can tell that she sees it as she takes the picture.
Because she's just like,
She's like, oh shit.
There's still a smile on her
Anyway.
face, but her eyes.
Can only do so much against threats I wasn't made for.
What sort of threats were you made for?
Did the reflections work?
He looks at Becca after he asks that question. Do I answer?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take Harvey outside.
Mhm.
So, it is important for you to realize he did not have control over this.
Yes.
It's not his fault. He has changed.
He has changed.
I need you to be very aware of this.
Harvey very confused.
It is incredibly important.
So,
There is a reason I left him for last.
okay. What's his name?
I'll let him tell you. I just
Keep
need
an open
you-
mind.
Keep a very open mind. He has changed.
He's a cook now.
You're aware of who we just met and talked to.
I'm
You're
aware.
aware of Luke. You're aware of Jose.
I'm aware.
You're aware of Blight.
I'm aware. I am very well aware.
Tell me his
Keep an
name is
open
not
mind.
bane of existence.
I'm not quite.
Come on.
Alright.
What's great is I don't think Carson knows. He's
Okay.
about to find out.
Come on.
As Bane is just
What's your name, Bane?
Bane of humankind.
I was almost guessing that. All right.
So I was made to fight people,
I see.
humans specifically, and any threats that they could create.
I
This is made
see.
to keep us in check. Or
Which is
them
why the
in
robot
check.
snakes did not work. They were not made by a person.
That makes sense.
Well, they were not made by a
Who
human.
Who are you made by?
I don't know.
Chaos.
I see.
Which is ironic considering my
is.
neighbor next door.
Yeah.
Trust me, I find it strange too.
The most ironic part about the situation is that both of you were made by for similar purposes, by opposing elements.
Chaos and order are not so different.
I'm much more familiar with it than I'm sure they are. From what Necros told me in our discussions, they tend to not get along,
That's not surprising.
which doesn't
you look
make
out far
sense from a
enough-
natural standpoint.
If you look far enough away from them, they look the same.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's my name and what I'm made for.
I see.
Not my choice.
I understand.
I don't
Absolutely.
like it any more than Becca likes it,
Hmm.
which makes it very hard when I'm near forest for multiple years.
And also me.
Yes,
Is there a compulsion?
yes.
I see.
That's why I am tensing up and actively doing nothing right now.
Is there anything we can do to help with that?
I don't know.
Cooking.
Hmm?
Cooking.
Cooking is
I wonder
very
if this
calming
is something
to
that
me.
Vortex could assist with.
Did you hear what I said? Just cooking is very calming to me.
Hands him some food and a knife.
I wonder if this is the sort of thing that Vortex could help with. It is a compulsion. It's a mental effect,
I
yes.
don't have a mind in the Nexus.
But do you have a mind?
That's not the point.
Yes, but
Also, you said Vortex, and
not
he's just
part of-
knows exactly what you're talking about.
He's also
Harvey
he's
would
not
pick
part
up
of
on
this
that.
Nexus. No, Vortex can't do
Yes,
shit.
no, but it's this in the same. Wait, one moment. You know Vortex.
Yes, he was the guardian of the Nexus.
He is
He's still
the same. He is still.
He's
yes.
not though.
Maybe
So
they just made
What
a
do
new
you
one.
do? You know what he looked like?
Yes, he had blue hair and a little suit thing.
yeah, he looked like
Beard?
some.
Yeah, beard, he had a
Yeah.
key around his neck.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I know.
Interesting. But regardless, it would be interesting if it's the same one. Regardless, a mortal telepath, for example, I guess she's not quite mortal, but name
Lurker? Lurker?
Lurker doesn't have to be connected to the Nexus in order to access the minds of people she is currently.
That is
She is
different.
connected
Seeing.
to the Nexus. Well, she was made by the Nexus.
Yes, Vortex is a telepath of immense capability. If he were to,
He is not a telepath. He's a guardian of the Nexus.
yes,
We
but
are
he
not of
has
the
mental
Nexus.
capability. He has telepathic capabilities. He can access someone's mind.
Who
You
has
know what we could
limits.
just do?
Yes. What I'm saying is,
you know what we
he could
do?
come out in my body and go into your mind
He's
directly.
actively dicing an onion.
You know what we could do?
Yes.
He could just take Necro's spot for a second here. We could just talk to him.
Yeah, it's basically what I was saying.
Necro! I'm kidding. Don't
Like that's
let Vortex show up.
Literally can't.
I know.
Yeah, it
that's why I
can't.
said don't let Vortex show up. Make up an excuse, babe.
we could. I
The
think we
excuse
could
is that
set up a
Echo doesn't
time.
Want to.
No.
We could talk with them and figure that out another time. It doesn't seem like something we should do haphazardly.
Also, maybe we should not let Vortex be aware of them being here.
Is this Becca talking?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
He already wants Necro gone. Well,
No,
he doesn't. The board
he doesn't.
does. He had to tell
But
the board.
Not
he-
the board. Infinity.
Not the board.
In-
Do we know about the
No,
board?
he told the board.
He told the Cosmic Council.
Which is
No,
it's not actually.
I don't care. It's too damn complicated.
Yeah.
Wait.
Just fucking-
Either way, it's something we would need to discuss more, and yes, consider more.
We definitely should not contact.
Any other questions you got?
No, I think we
Is there anything we
should
can do for you?
leave.
Unless you can take away that urge, probably not.
Do you want earmuffs?
That is what? How would that help me?
Might calm.
Calmness is not the problem.
No, but it might help.
Distraction
Cooking
is. That's
helps.
why cooking works.
Hmm.
And I also just like cooking.
That would
Very
be a
good food.
bad thing to ask.
We all have some kind of hobby. I like cooking. Killer likes.
Gardening.
Yes.
Which? Yes, in
Hmm.
order.
Lurker's the newest one, so she didn't have time to develop some hobby.
At this point, it's looking like swimming and having
She
a
can't
boyfriend.
swim.
The idea of swimming.
She is.
She
Her
can
hobby is the
conceptually swim.
idea of. Swim.
And Locke can really play a tune.
Wasn't aware of that one.
Well, we didn't have any instruments,
Yeah, that's.
and he
fair.
didn't really have time to make one.
Or the inclination, I presume.
I mean, we had the stuff to be able to make one, but it's a lot more complicated. It's just.
All right. I do need to be going, so it's been great speaking with you.
I'm sure it has. You want an onion?
Not
I don't
really.
want an onion.
Just-
Killer wants an onion.
just- Killer always wants to
Killer.
I appreciate the offer.
He just hands you the he just.
Yeah,
scoop.
I'll bring it to him. Eyes are watering.
I'm handing it to him.
I mean,
No, you hand him. You give Killer the onion and leave. Start to leave. Locke is still like.
Lock. Lock.
Hmm. Yes.
We talked to everyone.
Very nice.
We're getting Lurker a pool.
wait, what's Lurker's
She
name?
can't swim.
Lurker.
She can't swim.
Oh, she doesn't have a.
She wants
Lurker in the
to.
night. Also,
Killer in the
Lurker
night?
in the shadows.
Okay.
We did
Interesting.
not ask that yet, but it's basically just Lurker.
Yeah, I learned after. Yeah.
Lurker and Killer don't really need the whole thing to make
Yeah.
sense.
Well, none of them do.
Bane does.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want the rest of it either.
I'm not saying they want, but like to understand what
Yeah.
it is, you do
Oh,
need the whole.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, that was not in character.
Mhm, and you
Well-
also know what Locke's name actually is.
Yeah, lock and key, right?
The keeper of locks and keys.
Keeper of locks and keys. Yeah, yeah, that thing.
Mhm.
Jason's something of a keeper of keys himself.
Yeah,
How
no,
did it go?
she likes the idea of swimming.
That I am aware of.
And it's not like she can drown.
How did it go with everyone?
Well,
Mostly good.
Mostly?
she freaks out about Bane and expects me to as well.
Because his name
I
is Bane of Human.
Don't freak out about Bane. I am perfectly fine with Bane. But the fact that his name is Bane of Humankind, it is pretty fucking reasonable that
From
a human would be worried
Ages
about that.
ago. Yes, but from ages ago.
And he has the active compulsion to
That is the most concerning
Yes.
part.
Question mark.
However, he can restrain it to clearly a degree.
So he's probably not coming trick or treating with us.
No, bad idea.
He is not seeing
We will be
Amber.
giving him candy. I'm sure he'd like it.
We decided that Lurker is going to be going as a ghost.
She'd like that.
Yeah, she said she would.
I'm still very worried about you,
I know.
Necro.
I know. We will manage. We'll figure it out.
It's not that easy.
I know.
I know the threat you're facing. It's not that easy.
I know. We will
He
figure
put
it
in
out.
us. He put me in there himself.
Who?
Infinity.
In where? The Beyond?
Yes, the in between. Our little prison. Kept us in there for countless eons.
But it seems you have the last laugh. After all, you're still here. Unlike
And
him.
so is he, just not the same one.
Exactly. He's not the same one who did this to you.
Same one, causing problems, hurting the people I care about. Doesn't matter if this is a new face. It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
It's changed.
We'll figure it out. We always have. Clearly. You're here.
It's not that easy.
I'm aware. We will figure it out.
You have us this time.
Opening a dimensional portal was not easy either.
I know we don't
There's
seem like
nothing like this.
Stop it.
You
We understand
underestimate.
that it. He's not underestimating.
He's underestimating what we're willing to do.
You're overestimating yourselves.
We're not. We're aware of it. However, there is nothing we can do but attempt to deal with it. Which we are. And that is the end of the conversation. Is there anything you want us to bring back for you?
No.
We should take you to the library. You'd have so much fun in the library.
Is it anything like the library at Alexandria?
Ow.
I've been to many of those,
Ours got burnt.
so I'm
Wait,
Um,
are there
stopped
any?
one of them.
I wonder if there are any that
Did you
did
hear what he
survive.
said?
Wait,
I
what?
stopped one of them.
Interesting.
Order didn't like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Order didn't like
Yes.
it? My chaos?
Order didn't like that I stopped it.
It seems that the order from theirs was more of a tyrant.
I don't think that's changed.
I'm not familiar with our present order.
It wouldn't surprise me. Why
Wait.
would it change? They're all the same.
Are they?
It
Seem
can't be,
to
because
be.
otherwise we would have been wiped out already.
Necro. His equivalent must not be the same.
Maybe he.
We'll find out at some point.
Well, it seems to be the only reason he's not the same is because he's had a long time to be different.
Yes, but his current counterpart, the current death, clearly cannot be the same.
Could have been if his reality ended sooner.
Possibly. Regardless, we can't be certain of anything until we actually see things for ourselves. I understand you've been through a lot. I understand you've been through a lot. And if there's anything I can do to help, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, 24/7 messaging.
Do not
Multiple different ways.
underestimate your opponent.
We're not.
I know
Do
I
not
don't.
overestimate yourselves.
I know. I don't overestimate our current capabilities. I recognize that we are very
You do
limited.
not know what you're dealing with.
I know.
We've no way to.
I do.
You do not.
But I do
This
know
is
that
not
we're
the same
dealing
thing
with
you dealt with.
we're already dealing with something bigger than
Yeah, we have
That
time
one.
itself.
and I recognize they're not directly comparable, but we're not giving up on either.
Yeah, but one of them is me dying, and one of them is everything dying. So
Neither of which we want.
yeah,
Trust
But-
me.
I
If you
mean,
die-
grand scheme of things, one of them's a hell of a lot better than the other.
Yeah. From a certain point of view.
No,
Luke wouldn't share that opinion, would he?
Don't want
Never
you dealing
mind.
with this yourselves. By yourselves.
That's why we're not
I
doing it
want us to
ourselves. What?
I
The time
want us
stuff?
to help. Infinity.
we will get back to you on that because we do not have a plan right now.
We have 12% of a plan.
I don't even
Our
give that much.
Percent of a plan is running, and the defenses that we made for the house.
Well, there's
that you weren't a part of.
I'll think about this more.
it mostly
Don't get too stressed.
mostly
I can't
consists of
promise that
asking
now.
Vortex.
Do not get too stressed.
I can't promise that. No, but
If you
know
do-
this.
Call me. I'll go take you to the library. We'll go on a shopping spree first, and then I will take you to the library because you need clothes that are not that. We need to just do that anyway.
All right. I must be off. This has been wonderful. Enlightening. Yeah, I was just. All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you allowing me and assisting me in doing this.
Of
And
course.
thank you for coming with me.
I'm probably gonna stay for a while.
All right.
I'm gonna hang out with Killer for a bit. I'll
Okay.
just call Tim to pick me up.
Tim.
Thank
Sorry, I just heard you say.
Yeah.
I'll call Tim.
Okay.
All right. Tell
We're
him I
putting
said
it on
hi.
Hosea's.
Hey, Colton, can you tell Izzy we're putting everything on a Hosea's tab? Thank you.
I'm doing this. I'm glad I started this.
So, Harvey,
He's rich. It's fine.
you exit as you drove Becca here.
Mhm.
Do you want to do any final things?
Not this.
Hmm?
Not this one. This is after this one. Hello. Hello. You need to go home.
And that is where
Where
we'll
is green or
end
blue?
this
Yes.
very informative Eternal story. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Bye bye.